I'm live. Hello. Welcome. How's everybody doing? This is not Mac. Mac is somewhere. I don't know where. But somebody jumped up and it's being cuddly, so I'll take it. That works for me. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I'm getting Discord messages. Here we go. What's this? Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, hold on. I gotta do this, 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 this. No, not all of it. Stop it. Okay, that. And then I gotta go over here. I gotta hit this button. Do this. 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 Then over here. Come on, computer. You can do it, computer. Okay. There's that. Come on. Okay. And then we go back over here. Oh no, what happened there? Oh no. Okay. There's that. Now, come on. Then we go over here. And we're here. All right. There we go. Let's go up here. All right. First in was Big Tall Whip. However, he's probably not here. Usama. I haven't seen Usama on YouTube in like months. And I don't think he's here anymore. Let's find somebody that's here. Paul McCarthy, welcome in. Cosman, good to see you. Cosman, you going this Saturday? Jenna P. There's Mike, All Things Fish, welcome in. And Zenny, welcome in. And Diane, welcome. Nathan Hovey Dovey. And Zenny is no longer slacking and remembering people to hit the like. And Mondays with Mac opens with Cheddar. Yeah. I don't know where he went. He was here. And did you send Kelly the link? Yes, I did. I had to email it to her. That's what I was doing. And you have to email me the link. I did. And then Jim's Fish, welcome in. And just like that, I'm caught up. I got to find a better spot for this camera. It's blocking chat right here. Okay. Is she waiting backstage now? No. She is not. Did I hit send on the email? Yeah, I sent it. Yes. Okay. Kaufman says, not going to be there on Saturday. Got to fly to the West Coast that day. Yipes. Okay. He's tired. They're both tired. They've had quite the day because I only left the house one time, and that was to go get gas. And other than that, I was all over, so they had to watch to see what I was doing, and they did not get much rest today. So both of them got a brushing. It had been quite some time since I did that. I need to do that more often. There she is. Maybe. Almost. Well, her chair's here. There she is.
Hello.
Hi, Kelly. How the hell are you?
Hang on. There we go. Hi there, everyone. Get comments up.
There you go.
All right.
No Wet Your Plants has everybody all screwed up.
Well, people are sick. I'm still sick.
Everybody's been sick lately. It's been bad.
This is my 5th cold since the Clash.
And you didn't even travel this week, did you?
No, but I went to the Tennessee Aquarium. So
Maybe that's what. Every time you travel, you get sick.
I know, and I'm going to go to Colombia in 2 weeks.
What's there?
Colombia.
Okay, that's cool.
I mean, it's a whole other country. We're going to go to Cartagena. We're going to go to an island off the coast of it. So
I think in Colombia, they have some riverless killifish.
We have lots of fish there, but I'm probably only going to see the saltwater ones.
Okay.
Jenna says, Colombian sickness, obviously, Scotty.
Yeah. And look, Zenny's dropping your link, so now you got to do content.
I mean, I have a great channel. It's got great stuff on it. You should
also do a really fun stream on it that I learned a lot.
You know what, though? Every time I did that stream, it was like 4 hours of work. And I have a job that pays me.
Yeah, we need a less fancier version that doesn't do as much work for you.
I know. It's kind of hard. If I had a co-host, I'd be more willing to do it because it would be more fun. Streaming by yourself is not that fun.
I agree. I'm okay with it when chat is active, but when chat is not active and you're by yourself, it sucks.
I can't complain about chat. I had a wonderful chat. People were very participant and wonderful to me. It's just not as fun for me to stream without a co-host. So, yeah. I mean, if Zenny ever wants to do it.
That is a great idea.
I mean, think how fun that would be.
I would love it.
I know.
And speaking of great, Sarah the Great is here. Welcome.
Hello, Sarah. I don't know you, but thank you for joining.
Sarah's from some other country.
Fabulous.
Because it's morning there, apparently.
Cool.
But she told me, but I forget.
Alishon was in Colombia in December, South Carolina. So a couple years back, Jake had to work in Dublin for a couple weeks.
Why?
And I was like, yeah, Jake's working in Dublin. And they're like, oh, are you going to go with him? I'm like, Dublin, Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not going to go with them.
Jeez. Oh, Zanny typed a long message. Let me click it. Let's see here. Streaming with others seems more easy to keep up since one of the other can get distracted or go tinkle, and we're not left all alone. That's true.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
True. How are the kitties?
Yeah, where are your cats?
I'll go get one. I'll go get a cat.
This thing is knocked out. There we go. And a crazy orange one. Just like this one.
She's a fat kitty. He hates being held. He loves to cuddle, but on his own terms.
This one loves to cuddle.
He just... Oh, kitty. There you go.
I brushed them. And I brushed both of them. And
they like that.
I think I could have made a whole new cat.
Oh, yeah. You know, in certain times of year, they'll shed a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the spring, because they'll kind of blow their winter coat. And then they'll put on a thinner coat for the warmer months. And then in the fall, they'll do it again. So
I don't think I brushed them often enough. I think I waited too long.
I mean, it depends on the cat. You know, you don't want to irritate their skin.
That's true.
Because, like, Fat Kitty has really, he has really sensitive skin. Like,
and I mean, they both loved it. They absolutely.
Yeah. My cats really love it too. They do, especially Big Kitty. Oh, he just loves it.
And then I went and I have these wipes. Oh, it's a green package, but it's hypoallergenic pet wipes.
Does that help your allergies?
I mean, knock on wood, neither of these they're unless like they're up like this in my face, they don't bother me at all.
That's nice. I used to be very, very allergic to cats.
Same,
And
same.
yeah, I was about your age when I stopped being allergic. So I met
Hmm.
Jake online. I met him on OkCupid. And in his dating profile, it said he had cats. And I'm like, God, I don't know. I really like this guy. I don't know if it's going to work. And I thought, well, I'll just try it. And
I
the
think
first
he's a pretty
time
nice
I went,
guy.
what?
I think he's a pretty nice guy.
He's pretty great. But I was concerned, like the first time I went to his house, that I would be
Yeah,
sick. And I was fine. So now look at me. Now I'm overrun by cats.
true story. The
True story. I know.
what's it called? Yeah, I wiped them, I brushed them, and then I wiped them, and then I had to open up my package of lint rollers because I was very hairy with cat
Yeah.
hair on my own. And
Yeah,
then it was,
some clothes are worse than others for attracting cat hair.
yes, like a
Mhm.
black Small World aquatic shirt really attracts
Yeah.
it.
I have one pair of black yoga pants that I just don't wear because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth it. The other ones don't seem to attract it as much. But yeah, I'm always covered in cat hair. I mean, I'm covered in cat hair right now. So
And then it was litter box cleaning day.
Hmm?
It was litter box cleaning day as well.
You know,
So
Jake cleans the litter boxes every week for me. Is that not
oh, yeah,
wonderful?
that's amazing.
I know. It's pretty
That's,
great. He
yeah,
does that and he does all the laundry and takes out the trash and vacuums. He's really
yeah,
great.
yeah, really. I
I
need a
know.
drink.
And I never asked him to do any of it. He just started doing it.
I like him.
I do too. He's a good one. He's a good one.
And then I did get a Chewy box.
Oh, nice.
So I got a storage container, or it's a 2-pack to keep their food in because I keep food bowls upstairs and downstairs,
Yeah.
and the same for the litter boxes. Um, the food and water container I had downstairs was just a little tiny dish for when they were kittens. So
Yeah, they need bigger
I got the
dish.
full size ones now for them as well.
That's good. I use
And
stainless steel, like stainless steel bowls for the cats.
yeah, these were stainless steel, but they were tiny, like
Oh
super
yeah, you need
tiny.
bigger ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
for
with two
sure.
cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I use
And
a Rubbermaid tub for the food.
yeah, this is like a plastic container. It's good. It works.
Yeah.
And and then I did a bunch of cleaning and getting all their stuff together. And then I did get one of those little water fountain water things because they had
Oh,
them at the
that's
shelter.
fun.
They had
Yeah,
them
a
at the
lot of
shelter and
cats
they seemed to
really
like
like
them.
those.
Yeah.
I have not tried those with my cats, but maybe I should. Maybe they would like it more. I don't know.
It was like $15. I was like, yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah,
Why
maybe I
not?
should try it. I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Should I get a water fountain for the cats? Big Kitty really just likes to drink out of the toilet. He loves it.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, Big Kitty. Could we at least flush it first? I mean, really.
And this little jerk face here, he yesterday, day before yesterday, he decided to I was feeding them and I had my sandwiches on the table here on the desk and I was getting ready to eat myself. And while I was filling his food dish, he came up and took my ham.
Oh, Kitty!
And then when I started going towards him, he started growling.
Oh, he's hungry. Oh, Kitty. I told Jake about that, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what we paid our money for." He loves that. So my three main cats, Big Kitty, Tiny Kitty, and Fat Kitty, are not food motivated at all. But
Mhm.
Schnitzel, he is so fat. He's so fat and huge. He has jumped up on the counter and he stole a half a stick of butter and ate it. Can you imagine just eating a half a stick of butter? I mean, God.
Sounds
So,
yummy. I'll tell you. Talking about food motivated, Mac is putting on some weight.
he's a little rotund.
He has grown quite a bit. He's a
Yeah.
little
I wonder how big he'll get. Does he have his paws aren't that big, are they?
not that big now.
Yeah.
And this guy, he hasn't gone through, like, he's gained a little bit of weight. He's growing, but nowhere near
Yeah.
as much as Mac. And I think Mac is only a month older than him,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
They're both still growing probably.
Yeah.
Because I mean they're about the age Fat Kitty was when I got him, and he grew
Mm-hmm.
after I got him. Also got fatter, hence his name, Fat
Yeah.
Kitty.
I got to catch up in chat. I'm like a week behind.
Zenny says Mac got fat AF.
Yes, indeed. Let's see here. All right.
So the consensus is that I should get water fountains for the cat. Zenny has them and Tim has them. So there you go.
Jenna says, I think Zen should agree to co-host a stream, say that she needs to go tinkle right before it starts, and just never come back.
Just never come back. I mean, I guess then we could watch Zen's fish. I mean, that would be, there's value in that.
I wonder, like, has Zenny ever told us what her fish room is like, or how many tanks she has? Maybe she doesn't have a fish room, but like,
yeah,
I know she does. What are you doing?
What are you doing now?
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, he just wants to cuddle.
All right. He just had to readjust, I guess. But like, I think she has goldfish. I know she has hillstream loaches. I know she has pink flamingo.
I know she has the seahorse tank. Oh wait, she doesn't.
That's right. Good point. Let's see here. All right. Bob Mendel's here. Welcome in, Bob. And we got a thingy here. A membership milestone. Crypt Keeper's here. Crypt Keeper is currently blowing up my phone talking about ice cream.
Brutala Tim.
And there we go. I feel the need to go snatch up my orange boy and cuddle him. Yes, absolutely.
Don't hold back on that feeling. Go cuddle a cat.
I don't know how I like highlighted the text, and what in the world is this thing doing? There we go. Okay, that's better. All right. There's where Tim came in. And then Zenny is a member for 7 months. Thank you.
Nice.
Shady Grady's here. Welcome.
Hello.
And let's keep going down here. Did Scotty get memberships the last time a Zelda game came out or something? I don't get it. What's the reference? I'm confused.
I have never played a Zelda game ever. I don't game.
I don't. What does Zelda have to do with memberships? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't
All right.
know. I don't game, and I don't have any. I don't have channel memberships on my channel.
Ow!
He prefers to wear knits. So the little hairs can work themselves into the fabric and not come out even in the wash. Same. And also when I knit things, they all have cat hair like knitted into the fabric. Also my own hair knitted into the fabric. So it's a real hazard.
Lenny's cats love the fountains. All right. Jesse's here. Welcome in, Jesse. Jesse, how's the new fish barn? I think you're doing a barn, right? Or shed or something. You haven't posted pictures in a while. Just saying.
Awesome. Oh. That's very cool.
Okay, you can go up there, whatever you want to do.
So SC Cat House comments that my dog has a water fountain and auto feeder. So easy. My daughter just commented yesterday that the auto feeder was a great investment. Cool.
I have gravity fed ones, but I got to be careful with them because they could overeat.
You know, it depends on the cat. Like my cats would never overeat dry food. They are not food motivated.
Yeah.
So, but some cats are. My dog, though, oh my God, she was such a pig. She would have just eaten all of it. Jenna
Our
says
cat
that their
loved the
cat
water
loved the
fountain.
water fountain so much that she would overdrink and throw
Oh, Jesus.
up.
I'll tell you, these cats do drink a lot of water. That's for sure.
Well, it's really dry.
There's
I
Nancy
mean,
from Tennessee.
Nancy B and I had a great time at the
Tell us
aquarium.
what did you guys do?
So it was like an 8-hour drive for us. So we drove down the day before. So and we went to the aquarium on New Year's Eve
Right.
with
With Ed.
Ed, with Chattanooga Ed and Nancy and Jake. And we just toured the aquarium and we went out to dinner at a nice restaurant. But the aquarium was oh wow, what a great place.
Nice.
I think it's the best aquarium I've ever been to. It was really amazing.
I want to do a road trip. I'm trying to incorporate it into work so that they cover a little bit of it and give me the time off or the time away from my aquarium. But I want to go hit some of the East Coast aquariums that are south of me, and then go west and go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Nashville, and I would
Well,
love
it's
to go
really
back there.
far. It's pretty far from Nashville.
Yeah, but I want to do a whole trip.
Yeah. It's a great aquarium, though. We had a good time.
Because I could also make it,
worth the drive.
to make it work related. I can go south to Valdosta because we have properties there in Georgia, and then
We
I
used to
can
go to the
shoot
Georgia Aquarium. That's the one. So
right.
we're talking
Yeah.
about doing a trip to there next year, maybe.
And then I can go
That
west.
would be amazing.
Go to Georgia Aquarium, go west, and go to Dollywood, which we own, and all the properties there. And then I'm not that far from Nashville, and then I can go north a little bit and go to the Newport Aquarium, which we own as well.
Nice.
And then head back.
I've actually been to your aquarium, but I was maybe like, I don't know, 12.
Oh.
I imagine it has changed a lot.
It has literally doubled in size because
wow,
that was. Let's see here. Yeah, because 30 years ago, they did a new building. They added a building to it.
Yeah. So that would have been built after I was there.
Yeah.
So the aquarium when I was a kid that was really, really good. I don't know if it is now. Was Baltimore.
Yeah, I like Baltimore.
Really, have you been to that one? Yeah, that one was really good when I was a kid. I would go to it again. But again, that is kind of a drive for me. So unless I had a reason to go to Baltimore, which I don't.
But it's not that far from the Clash. Like if you came to the Clash an extra day or two, you could easily go to my aquarium and Baltimore Aquarium.
I mean, if we went an extra day or two to the Clash, we would probably drive up to see Rico. I mean,
well, Rico would be at the Clash.
That's true. I don't know. We'd have to think about that. But we would like to go to Georgia Aquarium. What?
Geek Boy's here.
Just flipping us off.
That's normal.
He does not approve of all the cats on the stream.
And Monster Fish Gal, welcome in. There's
Hi, Lori.
House. I'm way behind. I gotta catch up. Is it just bothering me how much body is Mack against the fur? I'm going with the fur.
I like to just kind of squish them in general. I just like to squish them.
Crypt Keeper's sister, who got married and screwed up his attendance at the Clash, has cats and fountains.
Okay.
Oh, Zenny has 13 tanks.
That's pretty good.
Wow. You should do a stream and tell us about them.
I know. We want to know all about your fish and your tanks. Oh, Scotty, I got killifish. Did you know this?
Oh, how are they? Do they look better in person than they do in the picture?
No, because they're super tiny still. I mean,
Oh.
they're healthy and they'll grow, but they're really tiny. So
Killifish grow fast.
this is what I've been told. They grow
Yeah.
faster than rainbows. So, but they're very, very tiny. They prefer to swim at the top. Like they're
What
very much.
species are they again?
What is it? Lamprostixes tangadicus?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
had those?
No, I have not.
I
But
don't know a lot about them, but they really swim at the top. I mean, I'm looking at them right now, and sometimes they freak me out because I'm like, oh God, is my CO2 up too high? But no, they just really like to hang at the top. So
I have never had any of the lamps,
we'll see how I like them.
but I believe they are similar to the epiplatus. They're, I guess, a mix of epiplatus and rivulus, and that would make sense that they stay at the top.
I just don't know anything about killies. I mean, Johnny says that they are not the annual kind, which is really all I cared about.
No, yeah, they're non-annuals for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, they were kind of expensive. I think they were like $20 each or something. So they weren't cheap. Maybe they were more than that. 25.
They're relatively rare, and that's not a bad price for them.
I mean, I don't mind how much they are, but I don't want to pay that much for an annual killie because I don't breed fish. So,
I'm not big into it. I'm not that big into the annuals. There's some that I wish I've had them. I've probably had 5 or 6 different species and bred 2 or 3 of them, but they're just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that's kind of not my jam either. I want my fish to live for a few years. So
yeah. And Zenny says they're technically in 2 rooms, but we're trying to move it all into the bedroom.
Yeah, it's nice to have all the things in one room.
Nice. Geek Boy's been a member for 14 months. Thank you. All these membership milestones.
How long have I been a member? I don't even know. So Elaine has a question. Canned cat food is really high in fat. Is it really more healthier than dry food? I don't know. I'm not a veterinarian, but Fat Kitty would rather starve to death than eat dry food.
Both of guys eat dry food, and they eat wet food. I give them wet food only about twice a week.
Yeah, mine get it. I mean, Fat Kitty would rather starve to death. So, I mean, you can't fight Kitty Hall. That's that. I wouldn't hold his body up as like a model of peak feline performance. He's kind of fat, as his name would suggest. I mean, cats have a different metabolism than we do. They are better at dealing with fat than we are. They're obligate carnivores. So, what's a good diet for us is not going to be a good diet for them and vice versa. So, I don't know. I would say ask your vet, and I'm not a vet.
Jesse, I follow you, I believe, on Instagram and Facebook, and it's been a while since I've seen any updates. So, the last update I saw you posted about the axolotls and that they're hatching or something like that. They're tiny, but they grow fast, you said. But like I haven't seen a tour of the barn. All right, let's see here.
Zenny says currently 7 people marked as going. Go mark yourself if you haven't already.
Oh, she's talking about the Clash. I haven't even done that yet.
I mean, I haven't either. I bought my tickets. I mean, I guess I haven't marked myself as going because, like, I guess there's no guarantee. But I'm still going to buy a ticket because I want to support the Clash.
Well, thank you.
You're
There's
welcome.
Laura. LJ Shrimp, welcome in. Let's see. Night Owl, welcome in. All kinds of people here. Kelly draws a crowd.
So get this, Scotty.
Yes.
Johnny wrote on Discord that Fort Wayne has a fish club.
I saw
It
that.
started a month ago. I know nothing about it.
That is exciting.
I mean,
Did you look it up on Facebook?
I haven't yet because I was busy with work when he said that. So like I haven't looked it up yet. I don't know anything about it. But
That's
I mean I
super
suppose
exciting.
yeah, I mean I suppose I should go. I don't know other than Jess of the Metalheads, you know, Jess and her husband. I don't know any fish keepers in Fort Wayne.
Well, that's a good way to
So
meet them.
it's true. So I mean I suppose I should check it out.
I
I mean
agree.
it's a
I
brand
love
new
them.
club. You have a great fish club. You have so many cool people in it. I mean,
I have multiple fish clubs.
is it true?
The Lancaster one that I'm president of is not my closest club by any means. I
Hmm.
have probably like 2 or 3 that are closer as well. It's just the Lancaster one's my favorite.
I mean, the Circle City Aquarium Club is in Indianapolis. Is a
I've
huge.
heard of that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard of
huge.
that.
They get over 100 people at their meetings.
Wow.
It's a thriving fish club, and it
Mm,
has huge swaps.
yeah.
But their meetings are on, I think, Thursdays.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and it's like,
That's when Bucks County's is, and it sucks.
yeah, and it's at like 7:30
Yep, same.
on the
Mhm.
south side of Indianapolis. So like I'd have to leave work early, which I could do, but then I'd have to drive through all that Indianapolis traffic because
Mm.
I live north of Indianapolis, so I'd have to drive all through that, and it would be a 3-hour drive for me. So if I hit the traffic right, and I don't want to do that. It's too much. So I've never made it down for one of their meetings, but they have a thriving club. So I mean, if I lived in Indianapolis, I would go to the club because it's huge.
Let's see here.
And they
Uh,
get good speakers too. So,
Long Family Shoal, welcome in.
hello.
And
LJ Shrimp says, yeah, Pittsburgh is Friday at 7. Sucks because they don't get home until midnight. That sucks.
yeah,
That sucks.
it's just terrible.
But if there's a
Um,
Fort Wayne meeting, I mean, even if it's during the week, I could go. So, especially if it's just once a month. I mean, okay, good information from Cosmin. Thank you. So the Tankanicus are outliers even within the Achilles. They're weird. All right. Well, I love it even more then. That's cool.
Cosman lives near me. He's right up the road, and he's a killifish guy.
Awesome. That's good. You can give each
And
other eggs.
I don't think we've given each other eggs, but we have exchanged items and at club meetings as well. He
Nice.
helped me bring in my treadmill.
That's cool.
Yeah,
If we had a local club, I could give people plants, which I would totally do.
that
'Cause
plants are in high demand.
I have
I
a lot of plants.
cringe every time people say they throw out
I
plants.
do it all the time
That's
too. Like
terrible.
all the time.
It's terrible.
I know, but I'm too lazy to mail them.
I
And this
understand
time of
that.
year is hard to mail things because it's so
Yeah.
cold.
Welcome in, Big Steve. And oh, you're falling. All right, there you go. Good recovery. All right, there you go. And Laura says, Jesse, my vampire shrimp I got at the class from you are doing awesome. Nice.
Nice. I don't know anything about vampire shrimp. I am not a very knowledgeable person about shrimp.
Me neither.
Not a good person to ask. I've only kept like the Neos. I've had Blue Dreams and I've had cherry shrimp. I guess Amano shrimp I've had, but I'm just not an expert on them. So, all
So
right.
Jesse's building a 2,400-gallon pond in his barn.
Oh
That's crazy.
man, that's awesome. What are you gonna keep in it? Let us know.
He has some big fish. He has all of them. My Serrani killies from last year all came out male.
Oh
Oh no.
no. So do
And
you
they're
live by the Bodrocks? Are you close to them? Because they're in Pittsburgh, right?
yeah,
Or
Laura
with
is
the
Laura and
Bodrocks?
Latoya. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be convenient. I have bought a couple fish from the Bodrocks. I bought rainbows from them. I have rainbows right now from them. My Picta I got at the Clash, Melanitania Picta, and they're doing really well. They're still small, but they're getting there. They're getting there.
All right.
Fat Kitty is looking at me. He has jumped up on the table because he wants to be included.
My these two have discovered that there are plants in the living room.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Fat Kitty is a plant murderer, especially grassy plants
I
or
have
anything with scrappy
carnivorous.
leaves.
I have some carnivorous plants in the living room, and
I mean, they might be menacing to them. They might want to paw. I don't know. Cats can be destructive. It's hard to predict how your cat will be an asshole.
yeah.
All you can know is that they will be one, but it's impossible to know how.
Let's see, what's this here? So Jesse has monsterfish, red tails, gar, tiger, shovelnose, phantom red tail, all my big guys.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Laura has Corey's from Eric.
Nice. Those are fancy Corys. I only, well, I shouldn't say I only have cheap Corys because it's not true. I have Corridors Equus. And those are crazy. They weren't quite as expensive when I bought them, but they are now. And in retrospect, I would not have bought them because, they don't really look any better than the Venezuela's Corys. And those are so much cheaper. I like cheap Corys.
I have never had a Corey breed that I know of. Like everyone keeps on talking about how they have all these Corydorus eggs and everything. I've never seen a Corydorus egg in person.
I have all these Equus right now. They're not going to breed. And they're in with rainbows too.
Right.
So it's not going to happen. It's just
And
not
like
going to
I have a whole group of the black Schultz eyes, which I love. They're one of
Those are
my
cool
favorites.
fish.
Yeah, I
Those are
love them.
nice.
And no eggs. Not a single one.
Geek Boy has a small clutch of Cory eggs today.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's always getting freaking eggs.
He's a good fish breeder. He's always breeding fish. And I am a terrible fish breeder.
Now I did just notice yesterday that for the first time, well, at least living here, I do have some baby killies. My Aphyosemian gaboense, I believe it was, had babies, and it's the typical killie layout. It's a 2.5 gallon tank with a pair with a lot of Java moss and water sprite. So the roots of the water sprite come down to the Java moss.
It's like a mop. Nature's mop.
Yep, there's a mop in there too. And I didn't even pull the eggs or anything. It was thick enough in there that the babies survived. And now I got babies in there.
Nice.
Which I'm super excited. I've never bred those before either. So now the ones that I'm really trying on are the blue Galaris. I have 2 different strains of blue Galaris. I have the ones that Laura and I got from Wild Fish Tanks at the Clash, but I also have an aquarium strain. It's not just an accidental aquarium strain. It's a guy line bred different different ones to get itchy to get this look, and they are absolutely beautiful. And I really want to breed them. I mean, they're a big killifish, long fins, absolutely gorgeous.
I've seen pictures of them. They do look really pretty.
Yeah, I like them.
They do look pretty.
But I got to get better with my
rainbows.
What's that?
I suppose they'd be okay with rainbows.
Probably, yeah. They're big enough.
Yeah. I mean, mostly just as long as the fish is zippy and not shy, they're okay with rainbows. Because rainbows, they're not mean to other fish. They're just they're zippy and
Yeah.
they're dumb. And they have to have lids. So, but killies have to have lids. So
Oh,
that's,
absolutely.
yeah.
I need to get better with the brine shrimp, which, oh, that reminds me. Chatter Buddy,
Oh,
you got to get down. I have an unboxing to do. I totally forgot.
well, and speaking of brine shrimp, my brine shrimp just shipped. I got the decapsulated easy eggs this time.
I'm
Because,
curious how they go.
yeah, well, I mean, Foxanne and Brian really like them. And I do hate dealing with the shells. They're more expensive and they only last in the fridge for like 4 weeks.
Mhm.
So,
But can you freeze them?
no,
Oh,
no, because this shell is what makes them, freeze proof. So, but they're just so I can get some fish over the hump. I want to get those killies bigger. And I have some really tiny rainbows right now I want to make bigger. I think they last 4 to 6 weeks. So, I mean, they're kind of expensive. For Foxanne and Brian, it makes sense because they are feeding so many fish
right.
that they can go through it at a pretty reasonable pace.
Well,
So,
I am up to about 6 to 10.
well, that's true. So maybe it wouldn't be so bad for you either. But I mean, the
But I
thing
am
that
cheap
you
too.
is shipping is $35
Oh God.
because the eggs themselves they're not that much. I mean, they're a little more expensive, but shipping is because it's 2-day shipping. So for me, it was $35. For you, I don't know how much it would be. You live farther away than I do because they
Where'd you
ship
get
out of
them from?
Utah.
What business?
Brine Shrimp Direct.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how I like them. I just really hate the eggshells. So
No, I agree.
yeah. Plus, like if they don't hatch, they can still be eaten by the fish and digested. So no. We'll see how I like them. Oh, nice. You got the sticker. It really is hard with their green packaging.
Yeah, I know. Corey needs to change his colors.
He's not going to do that.
I
Just
know
to
that.
accommodate your green screen.
I have so it's a 5-gallon and up sponge filter,
Nice.
paper for the cat.
Oh, they love that. New foods.
The floating ones.
I like the pellet. The rainbows really like it.
And I did get I got
like
the Magic Nano as well.
Yeah, I like that too. Honestly, I don't know. For what I keep, I think the community pellet is a little better, but for fry, the floating stuff is, or the magic small food's pretty good. But they're both good. That's nice.
So I
and
have
it with the tall legs. The version I have has the short legs, and I have kind of dainty hands, and I still cannot fit them under there to collect it. It's really annoying.
So I already have one of these, and it is my favorite brine shrimp hatchery for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do.
The one that the nano one that Geek recommended. I tried the like the black dish one.
Yeah, I've tried that one. That one didn't work for me. Eric Wyrock likes it, but it just didn't work for me. But the brine shrimp blender, that one, this one.
Yeah, that's what this one is. Yep.
Yeah, that works good for me too. And I use a cheap desk lamp. And then Steven got me like this little teeny tiny little heater.
I don't use the heater.
My house is cold.
Right. I mean,
so I have to.
It stays in the 70s down there.
Yeah, that's probably fine. That's probably fine.
It works.
Yeah, I think I have mine heated to like 80 degrees or something, maybe 81. But my house is very cold right now, so I have to use it. But I do like the little heater.
I just really needed I needed to get a second one because I go too long with yeah, I'm not good about constantly setting it up with a new batch.
Yeah.
And being able to alternate, I think would help with that.
Geek Boy says fix that house. I mean, I don't own this house, so I gotta fix it.
Let's see here. What's next in chat? But only get about one baby a month to survive. Huh. Steven's here. Welcome in, Steven. Water changes and copious amounts of food make the cheap Corys breed. Yeah, I don't do that many water changes. That's probably the issue.
That's your problem. That's your
Yeah.
problem in life. I mean,
Yeah.
fish are so happy when you give them water change. I just changed the water in these. Look how happy these fish are.
I mean, I am doing a lot better on my water changes.
Yeah.
A lot better. But I still have room for improvement.
I mean, with rainbows, I don't know. Like sometimes I miss a water change. It happens. I just don't think they do well if they go more than 2 weeks without a water change. They're just not happy. But I mean, like when I had COVID, I think I went 6 weeks, but I was so sick. I mean, that was that.
Yeah, Laura, I've done the DIY one as well, and
Yeah,
I really like the blender ones. They're
I'm
by
willing to
far the best.
DIY. I'm willing to DIY absolutely nothing.
Right.
There's nothing I'm willing to DIY. That's a good quote. Nancy B has a quote for me. Change your water and eat a damned vegetable. Words to live by. Words to live by.
Good grief.
I'm gonna have vegetables for dinner. I'm gonna make a soup, and I'm gonna make a Japanese soup. I'm gonna put baby bok choy and Japanese sweet potato in it.
The sweet potato sounds good.
Have you ever had baby bok choy? It's pretty
I've
great.
never even heard of it.
It's fantastic. You should try it. You don't know if you'll like it or not until you try it. It's really
That
good
is
in a
accurate.
soup. It's good in a
Is accurate.
soup. It's just got a
I
nice
like soup.
fresh green flavor. What?
I like soup.
There you go. It's good in like an Asian soup. You know, if you make ramen, you could put it in ramen. Well, you don't eat ramen. You've never had ramen.
I've never had ramen.
Well, I mean, ramen is not particularly good for you, so you're not really, unless it's like homemade ramen or restaurant ramen. But like packaged ramen, it has its own appeal, but it's a lot of salt.
Jenna says everyone bring a vegetable to the crash for Scotty to eat.
I think that's a great idea, and Jake would approve of that also because he thinks you should eat more vegetables.
I like salad.
I mean, that's a start.
Mm-hmm.
That's a start, but you know, you should be eating 20 plants a day.
I get broccoli on my pizza sometimes.
He doesn't know what True.
My two vegetables are
Pumpkin cornbread.
That sounds good.
I mean, I would eat that. I would eat that.
No, I get a lot of stuff in it, Jenna. I like a big salad because it's not very filling, so you gotta like really load that thing up.
Now, are you loading it up with like salami and mozzarella? Because those are not vegetables.
No.
They're not vegetables.
I like a chicken Caesar. So like some grilled chicken, lettuce, tomato, cucumber.
That's not a Caesar. A Caesar salad does not have. A Caesar salad has lettuce, croutons.
Oh, I like croutons.
And Caesar dressing. Only one of those three things are vegetables.
Well, no, I like to add more to it. I get those things. Plus some grilled chicken. I love cucumbers and tomatoes and some other green crap.
Other green crap.
Yeah.
Nancy says that's lettuce and fuzzy fish.
Oh boy. What else do I got on my list here to talk about?
List of things to, I mean, yeah, do we have topics? Should we be engaging the chat in a certain topic?
No. Let's see here. Salad ain't salad enough, right?
Ain't salad enough. Well, I mean, so there's this restaurant Jake and I like to go to. It's Oli's Pizza, and it has like the deep dish, the Chicago deep dish. So good. Oh my God, it's so good. Anyways, they have a salad there, and it's like the least nutritious salad on earth. It's got like an inch of mozzarella cheese and
Oh
bacon
yeah.
and blue cheese, and it tastes really good, but it's like, wow, there's no nutrients in the salad. It's just none.
Um, so I found something in Gina's stream that I need to learn more about.
Oh,
So I'm in the process of setting up a saltwater tank, Zenny, and it's a 55-gallon, and it has a hang on the back. I'm probably going to add a second hang on the back. It has at least 3 power heads, maybe 4. Live sand bed, live rock, and what I learned that I need to add, which I've never done before, and I've had saltwater tanks in the past, but Gina knows her stuff, is
she does.
copepods. I need
Yes.
to add copepods and feed them phytoplankton,
Yeah.
and I've never done that. So I've been researching, and they make like kits that you can grow your own in and stuff like that. It's pretty fascinating. So I think
Yeah. So what kind of fish do you want to keep in your saltwater tank? Do you know yet?
I've been researching that as well. That's one thing when I do stuff like this, I take my time. I don't
That's
rush it
good.
too much.
That's good.
And so I do want to do some coral for sure, because they're
Okay.
beautiful and fascinating. And then I'm thinking the Banggai cardinals.
Well, those are cute, and
Yeah,
they're inexpensive
they're
for
inexpensive,
saltwater fish.
right? They're pretty, and they're easy to breed, which
Nice.
I don't want to do a lot of with them because there's not that big of a market around here for that. But I do need to breed at least one saltwater fish in my lifetime.
Right, for your points.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that would be a good one to do.
I mean, if you bred more of them for yourself, you just have more of them for you, which would be kind of nice, right?
Right. Oh, absolutely. But
So,
I mean, I'll start with a proven pair. I'll breed them. I'll turn in
okay.
my BAP points, and the rest I'll keep because they
Yeah,
are a nice looking schooling fish.
they're really cute. They're really nice.
That would be pretty nice. And then also I do she was showing me a whole bunch of them, but the lawnmower Lenny I really
Oh,
like.
those are cute fish. I
Yeah,
like
I like
those.
them. And then some firefish, I believe they were called.
Those are nice. I
Uh,
really like the yellow Watchman goby.
yes, I had one of
They're
those.
super cute.
I had one of those probably for 10 years.
They're so cute.
And it started in my 125 saltwater tank. Then he lived in a trash can for a year or two. Then he went to a 72 bow front. And then that sprung a leak. So he went back into the trash can and probably lived another 2 years in a trash can
Oh my gosh.
with live rock and a power head. And that's it. And I didn't feed him. I didn't do anything. And then he went into a 30-gallon and it was just live rock and a power head. No filtration, no water changes, nothing.
And he was fine. Wow.
And he lived for freaking ever. 10 years that thing lived.
Those are cute fish. That's what one I would get.
Yeah, I really like them.
And as Bob points out, no pistol shrimp with him. I would totally do with a pistol shrimp because they have that cool symbiotic relationship. They're friends.
All right. Now, what's happening in chat here? Okay. The pumpkin makes the cornbread so good I don't even need butter. I also add extra eggs so it's not so crummy. Nice.
All right. Sounds
I would
great.
like Scotty to explain what medical writing is. Only Scotty can answer. That's when Kelly writes all about medicines and procedures and stuff like that.
I don't do any of those things.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
don't do any of those things.
Never mind. Pasta salad. I do like it, but I'm gonna eat green water. What? Okay.
They're talking about lettuce. Potato salad doesn't count either. I mean, I
No.
like potato salad. It's good. But I never make it because like Jake doesn't like potato salad and I'm not gonna eat it all myself.
Ooh, Laura won a kit of that. Nice. Oh, Algae Barn. Yeah, I was looking at theirs.
That's a cool place. They have all those
They have a little bit of everything.
They have a lot of the really cool macroalgae, which is totally that's the only thing I want to do saltwater for, really, are macroalgae. I think they're super cool.
Zenny's yelling at us.
No one is, I mean, but here's the thing. Like, I think it's good that you're not rushing, but Zenny, like, you need to fucking rush a little bit. Like, come on, girl.
Like,
come
enough
on,
is enough here.
To it. Like, Scotty takes his time, but he does get to it.
Yeah.
Like, hop to it, girlfriend. Come on.
Oh my God. Breed salt shrimp.
Salt shrimp.
How?
Is
that hard?
When we were at the aquarium, they had these saltwater prawns in a tank, and they were like the size of lobsters. They looked delicious. Just like a little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic.
Welcome in, Alishon.
The Bangor Cardinals are no longer cheap. Well, I mean, that's the way of the world. But I think compared to other saltwater fish, they're still sort of cheap, right?
It's ridiculous. The yellow tangs. Back when I had my 125 saltwater tank, yellow tangs were like $20, and now they're like 70.
Oh yeah, but that's. I mean, shipping costs a lot of money. So, has anyone tried breeding nereids? I mean, you need salt.
Yeah, you need
salt water to do it. I would breed the Clethon snails if I bred anything, which are the horned nereids. I love them. They're my favorite algae eater. They do such a good job of cleaning up green spot algae. I just love them.
Zenny, I used to have another type of starfish. I had a chocolate chip, but there was another one I had. I don't remember what type it was, though.
You know, I'm not an expert on those, so I can't give you advice. Except to hop to it. Get on it.
Flame hawkfish are beautiful.
It's a pretty fish. And if Gina says it's a good fish, it's a good fish because she knows her stuff. She's a very smart person. Zenny, do you have the mud skippers or are you planning on the mud skippers? I forget. I didn't think you had mud skippers. It's only been 20 months. Has it only been 20 months?
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. When I decide to do something, like if I decide to do it, I get on it. Like, and if I'm not getting on it, it means I really haven't decided to do it. So,
read mariculture.
$200 gift certificates. That's a nice. It's a nice prize. You need to separate the adults. Oh, like the opiulis. You'll eat them. I thought those opiulis were easy to breed. I thought they
I don't separate them. They're all together in that 2.5 right there.
And are they all breeding just fine?
Oh, hell yeah.
I've heard they're easy. That's what because people really like the Pseudomagil cyanodorsalis,
Yeah.
which is the saltwater Pseudomagil. They're really pretty. They're blue, like neons are blue or cardinals are blue. And they breed like guppies apparently, but they need salt.
Now,
So
one thing I noticed with
you keep them
my
with the opioides.
one thing I noticed with my oopie poopies is they're losing their color.
I've seen that too. They're not near as good looking as like a Neocaridina.
But like
nobody has. It doesn't seem like people have line bred those like they have the Neos.
I think Grant is because he has a different color. Like mine used to be red. My first batch was red, and I think he has a different color. I was going to ask about it tonight.
You probably need to call them. I mean, if you want to keep the line good looking, you probably You should get some. You should get some genetics from him, and then start calling the progeny.
Yeah. I'm
Grant knows what he's doing, though. Grant, unlike me, knows a lot about shrimp. I'm not very knowledgeable.
I actually have an order in already with them.
So Big Steve says $70. No, those yellow tangs are $200.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Whew. Yeah, saltwater, expensive hobby.
I've had a saltwater tank since a few months ago before the 2020 first. Set it up. Don't feel bullied out of procrastinating.
Oh, Tim, now is the time if you want to start seeds for some perennials for your yard. Now is the time, January and February, because they need a long time to start. You should do winter sowing, which is where you use milk jugs and you make like a little outdoor greenhouse for them. And you plant them in the milk jug and you leave them outside. And it doesn't matter if they're cold, you want them to get rained on. And
wait, because I want to do this too.
Okay, so
tell us that process again.
All right, so it's called winter sowing.
Mm-hmm.
Like sowing seeds.
Yeah.
And what you do, there's lots of videos on it, but you can grow anything in them, but like it's specifically for growing things like purple coneflowers or rudbeckia, things that are like native plants, like native flowers that you would plant in your yard.
Yeah.
And what you do is you get, hang on, I'll demonstrate.
While she's away, flame hawks are now 119. Jesus.
Yowzers. All right, you get like a milk jug, and if it's a milk jug, you want to make sure you clean it out really well. This was a distilled water jug, so it doesn't really matter. And you cut it all the way across, but you leave like a little flappy flap, so it hinges.
Okay.
And then you poke some holes in the bottom for drainage, like with a knife.
Yeah.
And you put good potting soil in, so not like soil from your yard,
right?
But like potting mix.
Yeah.
And then you plant seeds in it, and you water it good. You close it up and you duct tape it, and then you take the cap off. You leave the cap off, and then you put it outside. And you want it to be able to get rained on and snowed on. And it makes a little greenhouse. And so on days that it's warm, it'll warm up and they'll start to germinate. But they can take the cold because they're native to the United States. And by spring, you'll have a whole bunch of little seedlings started. And you can take the whole thing out and you can just take a little knife and you can cut them apart like you're cutting a cake. And plant them. And they're super strong seedlings because they've grown up in the elements. They've grown up in sun and water and cold. And so they're very strong. And it's those kind of seeds are really difficult to germinate in artificial conditions because they need the cold to germinate because they're native plants.
Right.
So it's really cheap. Seeds are cheap. Get good. And if you want advice on what seeds to buy, I can tell you what to buy, but seeds, a couple bucks a pack.
Yeah.
And milk jugs are free.
Yeah.
save them. You just need to make sure that they don't dry out. So like if they're getting rained on and snowed on, it's okay. But if they, if it's dry, you do need to water them. But
So
other than that,
I can use my waste RODI water.
I wouldn't do that. Well,
Oh.
yeah, I wouldn't do that. Well, you're not going to need to water them much.
Oh.
Because they're going to get rained on and snowed on outside.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, because, it's a closed system and you don't want too many salts to build up. So I would not use that. I would just use just your tap water.
How about dirty fish tank water?
Sure, that's fine. But you're not going to want to water them too much.
Right.
Because they are going to get rained on and snowed on. You may only need to water them. I mean, when it's hotter, you're going to need to water them more. Oh, and that's the other thing. If it's getting hot out, like in the spring, you want to undo the tape and open them up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they'll cook. But this makes a good little greenhouse. And like people have tested other containers and the milk jug always wins.
How many seeds do you put in?
Kind of depends on the spacing. But you can sow them a little bit thick, like thicker than what the packet suggests. Okay. And not all of them will germinate. And you'll just cut them apart like you're cutting a cake with a knife. And they're strong seedlings. They're really strong. But you can do native grasses, which are cool for landscaping and they look really nice. You can do purple coneflowers are really pretty. So that's echinacea. You can do rudbeckias are pretty. There's all kinds of native plants that do really well with winter sowing. You can do winter sowing with vegetables too. Some people do that. But I think it's easier to start vegetables indoors. But for the native stuff, this method can't be beat, and there's nothing cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's the laziest method.
I like that.
But you got to start those kind of now or like February because they need time.
Okay.
So, but
yeah, I want to put some perennials. I want to do a flower bed. It looks like there used to be a flower bed in the front of the house. Right under the window. So I want to.
Yeah.
I already started cleaning up that area a little bit and getting it ready, but I need to do a little bit more.
We could start some seeds. You could start some asters are really nice. Coneflowers. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can start. I mean, they're going to take longer than if you bought plants, but they're cheaper and they'll get there. They'll get there. So, but anyways, save your milk jugs. Or your water jugs. This is distilled water. So
Nathan, I have no clue.
Yeah. So would an angelfish be okay with Australian rainbows and Bosmanis and Colombian tetras? So I don't think that angels are very happy with rainbows. Some people do it. I don't think it's a good mix because some angels are assholes and they're violent. Some are very shy. But either way, they're going to get annoyed by the rainbows and then they're going to get nippy and mean. So I don't think that's a good mix. And I've seen people try it, but it's not a mix I would suggest. Colombian tetras, I don't know a lot about them, but if they are zippy and quick to the food, it's okay. But I don't know anything about Colombian tetras. I've never kept them. Same. In general, I don't think they're a good mix. I think that if you want tank mates for rainbows, I think that I think barbs are really good. So like Denison barbs, ruby barbs, Odessa barbs, Siamese algae eaters are good. Cories are good because they're on the bottom, so they're not really affected by the rainbows at the top. But otherwise, just think zippy fish. Danios are good, like giant Danios. I wouldn't bother getting a giant Danio because you could just get more rainbows instead. These killies I just got, they seem to be fine because they're zippy. But angels, and as for other cichlids, I don't think there's any cichlid I would keep with a rainbow. Maybe an apisto. I've never kept them. But in general, rainbows are kind of annoying to fish, and cichlids can be jerks. So, where do you recommend we buy the perennial seeds?
Home Depot?
What?
Home Depot?
No, I don't recommend there. I
Oh,
don't think their seeds are very good quality. I mean, you can get them like at the grocery store, Home Depot. I like Johnny's Seeds. That's a nice company.
so you get
Yeah.
them online.
Yeah. I order my seeds from Johnny's. I think they're really good. And their shipping is either cheap or free because they're seeds. They don't cost that much to ship.
Right.
But that's where I like to buy. I like to buy a lot of stuff from Johnny's. They have a good selection. But otherwise, I mean, you can buy seeds from like your nursery center. The thing about Home Depot seeds is like they may not be fresh and they may not have good varieties because I've seen seeds from there and I'm like, oh, those aren't very good varieties. So yeah, but I love Johnny's Seeds. I'm gonna order from them in a little bit here. So, oh, and the nice thing about the seeds is you'll probably have more in a packet than you want. So like you can share them with a friend. So like if you and Scotty wanted to split a pack of seeds, you could.
I have the tab opening on my browser now.
All right.
Grant's trying to line breed and make yellow Oopie Loopies.
Oh, nice. He's very good at what he does. I'm sure if anyone can do it, it's him.
Once Hawaii shut down yellow tangs, the price went up 5. Yep.
Woo!
They're available for less. Biota also sends a gift certificate to the auction. Yes, they do.
Nice.
Um.
I love yellow tangs. I think they're beautiful fish, but damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I think of all the rainbows I could buy for that.
Right.
I mean,
Jenna.
shake random flowers in random yards. I mean, you can gather seed. You know, I mean, I wouldn't take it from a park or anything, but if you had a friend who had like cone flowers,
Mm-hmm.
you can take seeds from them and try to germinate them. It works. But I would also probably.
I don't know if you're watching from the beginning or if you're talking about Kelly, because in the beginning I had Cheddar, but maybe you think Kelly looks like Mac.
I mean, maybe I do. I too got a little fat over Christmas, I think. I mean,
Biota Group is where I was.
Just gotta notice. My brine shrimp eggs just shipped.
Nice.
That'll be good. They'll come in 2 days. So
Zenny, what about Alyssa Seahorse Savvy? Why don't you get your seahorses from them?
Now, this is all theoretical. She's not gonna buy these seahorses. I mean, when's that gonna happen?
Welcome in, Mel. Have you seen Mel's aquascaping she's been doing? Kelly.
I've not. I don't know Mel. Hi Mel, nice to meet you.
It's Mel Wool. She changed her name to Fishcapades.
Oh, I don't know Mel at all.
I think you do.
Did I meet her at the Clash?
No, but in chats. She's very active in chats.
I'm sorry, I'm an asshole.
I think you know. I think you know her.
I'll do better. I'll do better.
Oh Lordy, Tim.
Oh no. I think you're mixing a couple of those up.
Welcome back there, buddy.
So Steven says that he has been keeping an angel with rainbows for 5 years. Watch your fish for issues. It's true. Angels have personalities. Cichlids can be very different. Sometimes they're shy. Sometimes they're chill. Sometimes they're homicidal maniacs. I mean, we had an angel as a kid that killed every fish it came into contact with. So it really just depends on your angel, which is why I wouldn't do it, because rainbows, they have one personality, and that is annoying. That's it. Every rainbow has the same personality.
Mm-hmm.
So. It's actually spelled different than our Johnny at Dance Fish. It's Johnny Johnnny. So it's a different Johnny.
Here.
So Alishon says that he's used rainbows as dithers for certain cichlids for years. I have heard of other people doing that too. Because I mean, the rainbows don't spook easily, so I mean it can work. I'm not a cichlid person. I just I know that angels can be assholes. So I wouldn't do it. But maybe you could do it. I don't know.
Welcome in, Michael.
Michael, that's a wonderful idea. Get some milkweed seeds. And milkweeds, there are a couple different varieties of them, and they could do really well with winter sowing. I actually recommend it. They're very pretty too.
Mhm.
So there's the swamp milkweed is really nice in our area, and the tuberous, the orange butterfly milkweed is really pretty. The common milkweed is nice, and they would do really well with the winter sowing. So
And,
yeah, good
and
choices.
and Mel is working on coming to the Clash.
Nice. Well, I'll be at the Clash, so you know, you can meet
And
me.
so will John from Select Pet. Welcome in.
Awesome.
And I can't see what this says.
Geek Boy says, yes, Kelly, do better. Be a world-class asshole. Mondays with Mac. Kelly's an acceptable substitution. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's
Another
true.
person saying that rainbows make good dithers. I have heard that before. Yeah, I mean they are annoying. I mean, you know, it's what they do. So angels just they can be so mean. So Nathan says Steven had Aiden and Mika Splendens baby. Those are pretty dang big at birth. Was that your
Yeah.
angel that did that? God, they are assholes.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I don't. Here's the thing. I would not put a jerk fish in with rainbows because rainbows are expensive. And like if you have a big mature rainbow, that took years to grow out. Would not risk some jerk angel with it. Ugh.
I think I've noticed I think my area is getting flooded, too saturated with angelfish.
That happens.
I've never kept them yet. I don't really have a tank that I think they would be well in, but they're just in. I do a lot of the auctioneering at the clubs around here, and angels just they're not bringing in money, and there's so many of them.
I mean, that's the problem when people spawn them. They're like, oh my God, I have 300 angels I
Yeah.
need to find homes for. I've seen that a lot. And I've seen that at club auctions too.
And I mean, there's some
People always
that
like them.
there's some that are amazing looking and stuff like that that do sell, but overall, not so much.
I just, they just have real personalities.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're nice and sometimes they're not. So Fish Capade says, my angel can be a bit of a turd, but is doing well with sword tails, golden wonder killies, and balloon mollies.
That's a pretty diverse mix too.
Yeah, that's a good mix.
Laura says there was a swap in Pittsburgh, couldn't even give angels away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember a swap when I lived in Iowa. Got just overrun by gold marble angelfish.
Yeah.
I mean, there were just hundreds of them. They were going for $1 a bag. I mean, it was not good.
Welcome in, Coro. Let's see. What did Select Pet say? I can't see. The camera's blocking, and I can't click on it because I have a cat.
Yeah, Select Pet says angels easy crash their market almost everywhere. People watch those YouTubers tell them they can get rich breeding angels. Yeah, it's true. It's so funny. I've seen so many YouTubers talk about how they make money breeding angels. But and I'm not a fish breeder, so take this with a grain of salt. But I've seen so many auctions get saturated by them.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know if you have a different market, maybe if you have a local store. People always want to keep angels. They're very pretty. Coreworks says you can get rich breeding angels in 1982.
Yeah, exactly. Back then, maybe.
That's true. Yeah. That's Yeah, I don't know. They're very pretty, and a school of angels is a sight to behold. But yeah, it can be difficult. Oh, Alishon has a good point.
Yeah.
Exceeded only
Yep.
by bushy nose. That is the truth, boy. If you need a bushy nose, you can find them at any auction. Feels like every auction in the Midwest also has like one gar and one largemouth bass, which are terrible fish to keep.
Basically.
They're terrible.
What fit? What? Wait. What? Where'd it go? I can't see it now. What did Tim say?
Tim says, Scotty, what fish are currently going for good money at your club auctions? That's a good question.
Um, I would say Killies are making a little bit of a comeback. Your rare tetras. Um, Barbs. I guess a lot of your egg scatters are bringing in some money right now.
I would say that
And
the auctions around here, rainbows always bring money, but they are a lot of work.
yeah,
It takes
yeah.
a whole year to raise up a rainbow. So, like, you kind of just got to do it because you love it. You're not going to get rich. Nobody is getting rich breeding rainbows. So,
And like Alishon said, Corey's for sure.
oh,
Yeah,
for sure. For sure. I
yeah.
mean, all Corys will do well.
And some
But
of your
especially
more
the
rare
Corys.
live bears.
Interesting.
I think the Limia Perugier is saturated around here, so people are
Yeah.
still bringing in a shit ton of them, and they're just not selling.
Yeah.
But some of your other Limias are starting to bring in some money.
What about like fancy sword tails or
Not really.
even like the super spendy ones, like the ones that are like $100 a trio.
I just don't see the audience.
Hmm.
I don't think we have the right audience for them that really wants them.
Yeah. Different areas of
Um,
the country have different I don't know, different fads of what fish they like.
yeah, yeah. And Jenna, I mean, there a lot of the clubs that I go to have killie people, and so they do want them.
Yeah.
Now, like your Gardner Eye are obviously not bringing in money because
Yeah.
they're nothing. But they do still sell because you have your non-killie fish people that are like, "Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Let me get that."
Yeah. Like the Golden Wonder Killies even sell at auctions. They do good.
Yeah. And Select
Yeah.
has a really good point too, that it really depends on the area.
Yeah. So, because like in Iowa, African cichlids are going to do really well because the water is so hard. So,
Yeah.
but I'm sure
And
they don't do as well either.
Jesse, I've noticed an increase in interest from some of your not so popular betas.
Hmm.
Um, are really in demand right now.
So, like beta,
And
beta macrostoma or beta, what is it, umbilicus? Or
I mean, really anything other than your Petco betas, your
got it.
whatever the hell they're called, your
Yeah.
and all
I
that.
have seen auctions get saturated by betas, but I think that's because we had someone in my club in Iowa who was
Mhm.
crazy into breeding betas. So it was just her saturating the auction.
Yeah.
So she would breed hundreds of them and they were beautiful.
And there's one up here I missed.
Steven says, I
Laura.
found that being a salaried employee in the non-fish industry has been most profitable to me. That is
Um,
true.
I mean, I really think the Neos they're not bringing in what they were bringing in, but they're still going for decent money.
I
Um,
used to sell Neos and I made good money off of just cherry shrimps.
yeah,
I would get then this was back 15 years ago. I would make $2 a shrimp off of them, no
yeah.
problem.
Uh,
So
I don't think the Reds are going for decent money right now, but your Blues are.
the
Um,
yellows are always going to sell well.
yeah,
They're harder to
yellows.
breed.
Yellows are getting a little saturated at ACLC.
Hmm.
So they're not doing too good there, but other clubs they still are.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Roy Swordtails usually do bring in big money, but I've seen lately that there's just not what they should be bringing in.
Yeah, because those are fancy fish.
Yeah. There. Yeah. Michael did get a steal.
Oh, that is wow, that is a steal. Man, that's a
35 for 6 of
nice
them.
fish. Like if you have a good line of those,
Yeah.
the red dragon, those are
Yeah.
nice.
I was shocked.
Always the issue with rainbows is, you're selling them as a 1-inch fish and they look like little silver minnows, and it takes them a while to look like this.
Yeah.
So,
And just like Jesse and Laura said, the wild bettas are big right now, for sure.
yeah, those are cool fish. Oh, East African cichlids have disappeared. Yeah. Well, I mean, also it's your region. Your water is not that hard.
I stopped keeping them because all the vendors had them. The red cherries, I'm assuming, Laura?
So, Laura, do you do more of the caradinas? Is that what you're
Yeah.
more into?
Yeah, she does caradinas.
Does she have, Laura, do you have soft water or do you have to use RO water for everything? Because my water is too hard for caradina. I did do the orange-eyed, blue-eyed tigers. I got some of them from Foxan, and they lived. They lived a long time, but they never bred. The water just wasn't right for them to breed, but they did live.
I was telling Laura earlier that yeah, she uses an RO mix, she said.
Yeah, and you do the cardinals, the caradina and the sulawesi's. Those are pretty shrimps.
Yeah, she likes those.
Those are cool.
I was telling her earlier, I have pure red lines. I started with like 4 or 5 of them probably, and they are breeding like crazy in a little 1-gallon tank. And they are beautiful. I easily have 30 of them now. And they are beautiful beautiful shrimp.
Nice. Have you ever seen, I've not seen them in person. I've only seen pictures online. There's a blue line of the cardinal shrimps. They're like a nice bright blue with the white markings and the little white feet.
Cardinal?
Yeah, and they're blue. I don't know, Laura, have you seen those? She has blue passos too. I don't know what those are. I am not a shrimp expert. I'm really not. So Alishon, yeah, points out that a lot of the old school African cichlid breeders.
Wow, that's my toe.
Okay. And I would agree, Alishon. It's losing popularity. It's kind of still hanging on in Iowa, just because the water is so hard there. It's so hard. So, but even in Iowa, it's less popular. Yeah, the blue mutation of the cardinal. Those are really pretty.
So on my way to, or I don't know if they've shipped yet or not. Probably not. They're probably shipping tomorrow. From Grant and Shelby, I have blue bolts coming to me.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, and those are a caradina, and they need like an RO or RO mix, I think.
Yep.
Nice. Those are very pretty shrimps. I mean, they're not for me because, like, I don't have the water for them, and I'm not willing to. Just not willing. So, but they're pretty. Cool.
And also the tangerine tigers I have coming. I've bred them in the past. I had them, but I'm down to 1. So I got
that's what I had, the tangerine tigers that I got, but they just didn't breed because I don't know, just weren't happy. They didn't die.
You never see them in auctions around here. So
really?
Yeah, they
I'm surprised.
They bring in money.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Until you saturate the market with them, I guess.
Like I like shrimp that are decent looking because they add color to your tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the blue dreams for that.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
I like cherry shrimp too because they're always, a good line of cherry shrimp are always pretty. They're always pretty. They look like little Christmas ornaments on your plants.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Laura says the Sulawesi Conservation Org is going to start snail breeding list to go with the fish one. That's awesome. Some of those
Good.
snails are so cool. I hope we see more of those. So I thought that they're working on right now with, speaking of conservation lists, getting more rainbows on the CARES list. There's a
So
guy
what you got
working
to
on it.
do, is you got to go on a Facebook post about it and like tag some of the people, and you got to
Mhm.
be a real jerk about it.
There's a
And then
guy doing it. He's
I know
doing the
he,
jerk stuff for me
he's
because I'm
here.
not willing.
Oh, for those no. So I'm waiting for him to chime in here. But finally, much needed. The Limias are on there
Oh, good.
on the cares list.
I
They
would like to
just got
see
added.
more fish on the CARES list because there are more fish that need
There
it.
he is.
Pretty much every rainbow could be on the CARES list. I mean, they're all endangered.
Right. So Select Pet went on, did a Facebook post, and with the cares people and all that. I forget where it was. It in the cares group? Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, the people that needed to get tagged in it got tagged in and got added in the conversation. And he was very persistent about it. And finally, there's Limias and some other fish he got on there as well. Finally added to the
great.
cares list.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And Laura is not happy that shrimp aren't CARES. I agree. They're endangered.
Yeah, John, make that happen.
Get to work. So
But
Alshon says even discus are not bringing money at the auctions that they used to. It surprises me because, like, I thought people were willing to shell out a lot of money for good discus.
you got to have the right people there
That's
to bid on it, because discus aren't the easiest to keep. Like, most people don't have that setup.
Well, also people are convinced that they can't have that setup. Like they have to have a bare bottom tank that they change the water in 100% of it 5 times a day, and they feed them only beef heart. And
right.
I mean, I just don't. I mean, Alshon doesn't keep his discus that way. He knows what he's doing.
I think the biggest thing is you got to keep the temperature up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And a lot of fish.
That's not hard to do, but most other fish don't want it that hot.
Right. I mean, you're kind of limited in your tank mates.
Right. And I
But
think
you're
that's
somewhat limited in your tank mates too, because you know, not every fish is gonna be happy. I've seen people keep rainbows, for instance, with discus, and I don't know. That just doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Also, it's too hot for the rainbows. Rainbows would rather be like below 79.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do it, but people have done it.
I think
do it.
And I mean, it kind of like that's the reason I have so many tanks, is because I don't want to put fish with the fish that I have. So most of my tanks are 2.5s with a pair of killifish, and that's it. I have some tanks that have multiple species of fish, not multiple killies, but they're just like rainbows where you can't mix them up. God forbid, Gary Lang will be after your ass.
I mean, he's after my ass, and I don't even breed them.
Right, exactly.
I mean, he was being a dick to me just today. Like, thanks for that.
Yeah. Let's see. Being a jerk on Facebook is how you communicate on Facebook, right?
Yeah. That's how well I know. I mean,
right. Welcome in, Craig. Hope you're doing well. Craig, I haven't seen you. Have you not been streaming lately?
I have not seen Craig streaming lately.
Yeah, I just realized that.
I think it's been a while.
Shrimp are on the list because they aren't fish.
Well, I mean, you can't deny that is a fact. A priority list for non-fish aquatic species in need. You have a point that there are other species we keep that need attention. I agree. Invertebrates need our love too.
We need the LCL, the Laura Conservation List.
I love that. I love that idea. It's great. Mm.
All
So
right.
Craig has not been streaming lately. He's taking a break. Well,
Oh,
taking a break is good.
I missed the horse.
We have a horse.
Craig has a horse.
Oh yeah, the horse. It's true. That's a pretty great horse.
Yeah, it is.
Steven says Gary Lang is doing great work to keep people out of the rainbow hobby. Keep those rainbows rare and on the verge of extinction. So get this. Apparently, like Chattanooga Ed, was from St. Louis, quit the club because Gary was mean to him. What kind of person is mean to Ed?
Yeah.
He's so nice. He's so nice.
I hope he's feeling better. He's been sick.
Maybe we got the same bug because I got sick at that too.
Mm,
There were a lot of people at that aquarium. There were a lot of kids. It was, yeah,
yeah,
it was difficult.
it is the season.
So Alishon says, I have a rare East African non-Rift Lake cichlid called Danakilius species Shukaray. Only started breeding at about 88 Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Nobody wants, that is hot. Whew. Wow.
Oh, I remember when you got. I think I remember when you got those.
Yeah, it's not going to be popular.
Yeah.
So Geek Boy says, kick Gary out of the club and invite Ed back. Well, as a rumor would have it, according to Ed, he did get kicked out of that club. And that was his club for decades. So Ed is not going to be going back to the St. Louis club, though, because he lives a long ways from there. A long ways. So Craig is mostly on TikTok these days. Yeah, a little difficult. It was just my day to rub up against him the wrong way.
I was trying to get him to come and do a talk because he has a new one apparently, but he stopped answering me.
He gives good talks.
Yeah.
Oh, he visited Alishon's fish room, but was not impressed. I would have been impressed, but you know what, Alishon? I have rainbows, and I still don't think he'd be impressed.
I was there for that, and I think right. I think I was there. I know I've been in that. What speaker was that, Tom? Was it Gary when I was there? I think so.
Laura only wants Sulawesi rainbows. There are rainbows from Sulawesi, aren't there? Pretty sure there are.
I don't know. I was told if I can't say anything nice, not to say anything at all. It was Andreas. It was Andreas Tonki when I went to Alishon's fish room. Not Gary. Okay. Gotcha.
Alishon let Scotty in his house?
I've been there a couple times. I love his fish room.
I'm really coughing still.
I have kind of want to try to get other Celebes.
The Celebes rainbows, those are really pretty. It can be hard to find.
Yeah.
To tell, and there's some rare species of the silver sides. They're called Telemantharina, and those are very rare. But they're pretty fish, and yeah, they don't get huge. Yeah, those are nice fish. They're not true rainbows, but they're in the same larger group with pseudomcgills and rainbows and thread fins and rhodnocentris. So they are related to them, but they're really pretty. And Craig says that his rainbows have got big fast. The bigger your tank is, I think the bigger they get quickly. There's Johnny Seeds. I love Johnny Seeds.
Zinnias. I like zinnias.
I love zinnias, but they're an annual, so you would grow them every year. And you know what I do, Scotty, is I just sow them direct outside when it starts to get kind of warm out. So
Okay.
like not like first thing in May. You've got to wait until like a little closer to Labor Day and just throw down seed. And they do great. I do zinnias every year. They're so fun.
Oh gosh, look at all these.
Yeah.
I need pictures.
Well, they have pictures. You got to click on them.
Oh. Perennials. There we go. Let's go that way. There we go.
So yarrow is a good plant. Yarrow is a nice, easy one to grow.
I like these.
Echinacea. So that's a mix of echinacea. You could do that. That would go well.
And these.
Also very easy. And they'll seed themselves in their yard. The Eryngium, the blue glitter, that's a nice, easy plant. Monarda is a nice, easy plant. It can be a little invasive,
I want to put
but butterflies really like it.
what is it that mint deters?
Don't plant mint in your yard or you'll regret it.
Oh.
Don't do it. Don't
What
do it unless you want your whole yard to be mint. It's so invasive. If you want to grow mint, you have to grow it in a pot.
I can do that. I love pots.
Yeah, grow it in a pot. Like just pick up one from your garden center is what I
What
would
is it
do.
that they deter? I forget.
Like nothing. I mean, I've had all kinds of pests and I grew tons of mints last year.
I forget what it was.
Oh, Laura's husband killed her lavender. That sucks. Mint deters Kelly's. I love mint, but like don't plant it in your yard. Echinacea purpurea, that's the classic. Any Monarda is good. They are a little invasive, is the only thing.
Ooh,
That
that's a pretty
Shining Spirit, that echinacea is another one. It's pretty.
I like that.
It's nice.
I do want stuff that smells good.
So the lupins are nice. They don't smell good, but they're super pretty and they would give you flowers early on. Any of the lupins are
Can I
really,
just
really
like
pretty.
mix a whole bunch of these up?
No, you want to like keep them in separate jugs. The columbines are very nice. They would do well. And they're pretty. They're very pretty.
Now, do I gotta do any maintenance to
There's
these?
that milkweed right there. They call it pleurisy root, which is a weird name for it. That's a milkweed, and I would totally grow some of that. That's a nice plant.
Do I have to do any maintenance to these?
I mean, you need to water them the first year while they get established, but
I
other than
can do
that,
that.
no.
Okay,
You don't
good.
need to do anything after that.
I don't need to trim them or anything.
I mean, it's kind of nice in the spring to like cut back the dead stuff.
Okay.
But even if you don't do that, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, look at that one. I like that.
That's too hard for you.
Oh. How about
The
this one?
Echinops, yep, that one's a nice, easy one. Oh, the Governor Lupin, great plant. Great
Where's that?
plant, really pretty.
Oh, here.
It has huge blue and white spikes of flowers. I like that one. That Asclepias is really nice, the one that's called Soulmate. That's a nice plant. That's good for monarchs. I don't really like ruse. That's a personal thing. The yarrow is good. That favorite berries, yarrow, very easy. I would not plant northern sea oats. It's a little invasive. Tulips are not seeds. They're bulbs, and it's the wrong time of year. It's the wrong time of year. If you want to plant bulbs, you would do that in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are all their bulbs toward
They're
the
all
end.
out of stock.
Yeah, it's the wrong time. So anyways, I like Johnny's seed a lot. And if you want to plant zinnias, they have lots of cool zinnias. And those you just direct seed. Super easy to grow. And they're pretty. And
Where are they at?
Under annual flowers or cut flowers. They have some new ones, new varieties of zinnias this year. I like to grow different ones every year. They're super pretty. Look under flowers and then zinnias.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the ballerina ones, the auroras and the agaves are all new. That's the best mix. You just get a mix of those. You'll be super happy. They're very tall. They're like about 4.5 or 5 feet tall. Huge flowers, really
What's a
easy.
mini?
I don't know what that is, but I wouldn't get that. I would probably get like a
Packet?
pack of 500.
500?
Well, maybe not that many. I would get like at least a pack of 100
Okay.
because they're not all going to germinate. I would get at least a pack of 100. But I would just direct seed those. That's the easiest way. Alishon says rabbits will eat your tulips. I always forget about that. I have no rabbits because I have a cat problem, and so I don't have a rabbit problem. Yeah, those Benary's giants. That's a really good zinnia. Snapdragons are fun too, but you'd have to start those from seed. I would just, if you want to plant an annual, you can hardly beat a zinnia. They're just so easy. So easy.
Yeah, like I want to turn over the dirt. I'm going to turn over the dirt, make a little edge, add some good soil, and then I just want to like throw stuff down.
Yeah, that's pretty much zinnias. I mean, because I just throw seed down. You got to keep them watered until they get to a certain size, and then the rain is good enough for them.
Yeah, I can water.
They're annuals. They're annuals. They don't need much. You can even plant them in like a succession, like do one crop and then like 6 weeks later do another crop because they kind of peter out. But it's an easy way to get cheap color in your yard.
Marigold.
A lot of these are cut flowers, Scotty. You're probably not going to want to mess with them because they're not perennials, and some of them are really hard to grow. I would stick with, if you're going to do the winter sowing, I would stick with perennials. And if you want to do annuals, I would just do zinnias because they're easy and they're very colorful. And Alishon says grow vegetables. Amen to that, Alishon. Amen to that. You should grow some tomatoes at least because a homegrown tomato tastes so good.
I do love them, yes.
That's a good thing to grow. I would just pick up a couple plants in the summer or in the late spring and just plant them. You don't have what it takes to grow watermelon. You need a big yard.
Yeah. What would be like the best smelling flower?
For flowers? Like the spring bloomers are a lot better. Lavender is really nice. Stock is too hard for you. Roses are really nice, but they can be a little touchy. Lavender is pretty easy though. It's pretty easy care.
Jesus.
Alshon says he's seen a lot of foxes this year, so not as many rabbits. Laura likes to grow pumpkins. Those are cool, but they do sprawl. They do take up a lot of room.
Let's see here.
They are really fun though. Crypt Keeper likes the smell of lilacs. Also a good choice. You would need to buy a shrub. But that's a good thing to plant in your yard, or lilacs. They're nice. Alishon says to grow tomatoes and peppers. Excellent choices.
Yeah, that tickles. What are you doing? Jesus. What are you doing?
Lavender is also another plant that you can just buy a couple of them at your garden center.
So don't you?
I mean, you could try if you want to. You could also, how many lavender plants do you want?
Not that many.
Well, I would just buy a couple of them at the garden center.
I'll probably do both. Let's see. What else do I want?
I don't know if the lavender would start well with the winter sowing because that's not native to the United States. I would do.
What was that other one that you said?
Echinacea. I would grow any echinacea or asclepias, which is milkweed.
Cone.
Or lupins. Lupins are great. They have big seeds too, which makes them really easy to start. You could do that Paradiso tall mix. You like that one?
I like those colors.
Go for it. That'll be a good one for winter sowing. And I would just get one packet of them.
Oh, just a packet?
Just get a packet. Yeah. It should say how many seeds are in a packet. If you scroll up.
25.
25. That's enough for your purposes. So you've got your echinacea. I would do some lupins. They're really pretty.
Where's that at? Oh, oh yeah.
And they have a mix. You could do the Russell's Formula mix, or you could just get a color,
No,
but
I
I
like
would do
it.
the mix. Yeah, I
I
would
like
do the
that.
mix. They'll also, like, they'll spread a little bit, but not too much.
Whoa, they're poisonous.
I mean, don't eat them.
Okay.
I mean, which is kind of nice because bunnies won't eat them either. I would just get a packet of them.
And then
Asclepias
let's see
or
here.
milkweeds. You're in the vegetable section.
I want cucumbers.
Make sure, so cucumbers, depends on what variety you get. Some of them are bush cucumbers and some of them are pole cucumbers. So you need to think about this. Because there's a lot of varieties of cucumbers. What do you want? A slicing cucumber, a pickling cucumber?
I just want a freaking cucumber. I don't know.
You need to give me more than that.
A cucumber I can eat.
Quick snack. That was Rico's nickname in college. Quick snack. So that's a bushing cucumber. It makes little mini cucumbers. But I don't know if you want mini cucumbers. But if you want the bigger ones really sprawl and take up a lot of room.
I don't want that.
I would get a bush type cucumber. See if you can sort them by bushing or trailing. Are you going to get the quick snack?
Yeah. I love that.
All right. It was Rico's nickname in college.
I love it. All right. Let's see what else we got. And, these all look gross.
All look gross.
Let's see here.
I would just buy tomato plants if I were you.
Yeah.
I would just buy them. Do you like beans? Like
Not
green
really.
beans?
No.
What about for your plecos?
Yeah, I don't have that many plecos right now.
Snow peas are amazing to grow. Craig says, I love snow peas. They're delicious. They kind of peter out once it gets hot. But for times it's not too hot. They're good to grow.
Fruits, flowers.
Isn't that good? I dropped my toggle switch. I'll find that later. Bye, Steven. We gotta wrap this up, Scotty. I'm tired.
Oh crap! It's 8 o'clock.
We gotta be done.
All right,
We've streamed for 1 million hours. I'm done.
All right, let me read chat real quick.
Coralworks suggests Swiss or rainbow chard. There's no way on God's green earth Scotty is gonna eat chard. It's just not happening. I would love if Scotty ate chard, but he's not going to. I love chard.
Also, hi Lori. Hi. I had a lavender bush I loved till my hubby pulled it out. Mint only in containers. Mint deters Kelly's mosquitoes. That's what I was thinking.
It doesn't. Trust me. I grew a lot of mint last year and I got bit up a lot.
Crawl space foundation vents to help keep mice away. Oh, wow. Yeah, I do want to get some window boxes. Maybe it was ants. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
I don't think there's anything that will deter ants. It's not going to happen.
Peppermint works better than spearmint or any of the lemon and chocolate. Interesting. Dennis Moore wants your lupins. All plants require some maintenance, deadheading for your perennials. Okay. Snapdragons.
Snapdragons are fun, but there's some work to start, and you got to start them really early.
I like the smell of lilacs. You can grow watermelons in a 4x8 raised garden bed. That's like half my yard.
I know you don't have much space. That's why I would just grow like a couple tomato plants. You grow that quick snack cucumber. Rico's nickname in college.
Yes. All right. Oh, here's CC's Aquascapes. Welcome.
We're just about to stop. I'm tired. It's been 2 hours.
Me too. Keep in mind that food crops are a target for squirrels and rats. Yeah. Scrolling down.
He's a great person to talk to for gardening advice. Plus, he's local. He knows your soil and your climate really well.
Okay.
Big Steve says, grow your own cannabis. Buy your tomatoes. You should grow your tomatoes because there's nothing that tastes as good as a homegrown tomatoes.
There we go. I'm caught up.
Never tastes good. I mean, that's the way it goes.
All right. There we go. Did it, and it got done in time. Well, thank you, Kelly, for hanging out. I do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, everyone, for being in chat. We had a decent group of people tonight.
I really appreciate it. Good time was had by all.
Hell yeah. All right. I got to play my outro.
Bye, everyone.